Hi, friends. My name is Lynna Redhawk, and what I want to talk about today is the messy middle. And I have really been feeling this as we transition from what felt like a very long winter in California. And here in the spring season, it just feels like a lot of starts and stops. Here comes the sun and it's starting to feel warm. And then we have another rainy, dreary day or a storm and I feel like we're just here in this fluctuation. And it's reminding me so much of what is referred to as polarity. This idea that the ego mind really wants to label and attach and compartmentalize to one idea or one extreme of the spectrum. Whereas in reality, as humans, we live on the whole range in between light and shadow, love and fear, tears and laughter, self-care, care for others, gratitude, aspiration, between being serious and playful. I adore my children and they exhaust me. I love this job and feel competent, but oh, wow, I feel challenged. And so we live on this whole range. And really, what many polarity experts ask us to do is embrace both and recognize that we can navigate life through the experience of being both this and both that, and that it doesn't have to be one or the other, even though these are seeming opposites. And so what I want to offer to you is this idea that if you can gain awareness that somewhere in the back of your mind, you may be striving for one or the other. I'm striving for this positive end of the spectrum. And I'm so frustrated that there's this other end of the spectrum. And the reality is that it may just feel like a river flowing out to sea where the fresh water is mixing with the salt water. And it's both at the same time for an indefinite stretch. And so I think if we can recognize it's that idea of I want it to only be this, but embracing that it's also this, right? There is no light without shadow. There is no moon without sun, no sun without moon, right? They exist equally, and they're complementary at times. And so we live in the both and. And the second step really is accepting that, saying, wow, I'm not wanting to embrace this aspect or this range, this side of the spectrum. And coming to a place of acceptance, I think, really helps create some spaciousness and relieve, some of the suffering or the struggle in our daily living. And so you can find me at lynnaredhawk.com. And thanks so much for taking the time to watch this little insight.